Next, we will move to public comment. We will accept in-person public comment, and we will also accept public comment through voicemail, regular mail, and email. Comments we receive for all agenda items will be made available to the board as part of the public record. First, we'll start with the in-person public comment. Julian Gilbert is up first, and Mike Foley will be next.
All right, thank you for having me. My name is Julian Gilbert, a local Massachusetts resident that was interested in buying a Japanese station wagon to import into the U.S. I reached out to the RMV call center to ask if there are any restrictions on imported vehicles from Japan, and they told me there isn't, and to follow the page on the RMV website for imported vehicles. I purchased the vehicle on May 2nd and waited for its arrival to the Port of New Jersey, where I picked the vehicle up successfully on the 10th of this month. I went to the registry on the 15th to register it and was told it could not be registered due to what I later found out was an error that came straight from the RMV entering my VIN into the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's VIN lookup portal. Of course, the NHTSA's system would error. Our vehicles were never sold in the U.S., and therefore their system would have no record of the VIN. But as long as the vehicle is 25 years or older, our vehicles are exempt from the NHTSA's Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards regulations as per the NHTSA's website. As proof, I have the vehicle sitting in my backyard. If my vehicle was required to meet NHTSA's regulations, I wouldn't have been allowed to pick it up from the port. I follow the state's requirements for registering imported vehicles in good faith, only to be told that my vehicle can't be registered due to regulations that don't apply to me and waste thousands of my hard-earned dollars and hours of my time. Because of this, I strongly urge the RMV to reconsider its stance on banning Japanese imported vehicles. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, we have Mike Foley.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Mike Foley. I'm from Central Massachusetts. I recently took my family to Japan, where we toured around and we ended up purchasing a Kei car, which at the time in beginning of June was quote unquote legal. That vehicle is now on a boat coming here, and I will not be able to register it. One of the points I would like to make that the RMV seems to be saying is that these vehicles are unsafe according to the National Highway Safety Board. Just about every vehicle over 25 years old is unsafe, according to current standards. Ford Pintos, Chevy Corvairs, DeLoreans, VW Beetles, a '69 Chevy cab-over van, kit cars, custom cars that people build themselves, but they have a valid VIN. Pretty much any vehicle over 25 years old. So one of my questions is where does this end? So if we're saying that Kei trucks are not allowed on the road because of safety issues, are custom cars and hot rods and vehicles that we see at the ice cream stands in summertime with people showing off their vehicles, are those going to be next on the list because of safety? Now, every single interaction I've seen online from others in a Facebook group is saying that the registry is saying they are not allowing this vehicle because of safety, according to the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators. This is a group that many in RMVs and DMVs across the country belong to. These are the ones writing the quote-unquote rules. One of the things about these rules that bothers me is the lack of public comment when this rule was instituted. Okay, my time is very short. What I will say is there's a major financial impact to owners and users of these vehicles. German and Italian cars are fully legal to come in, 25 years or older. These are fuel-efficient vehicles. I would like to know why the Japanese vehicles are being singled out. And I would like this rule overturned. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Eric Johnson.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Eric Johnson. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to speak today, but I'll keep it brief. What specifically about these vehicles isn't safe? Because I'm very unclear on that part. Is it their design? Is it a danger to others on the road, pedestrians? It's really all I have to say. I'm just very confused about the whole thing. Thank you.
Next up, Artie Chatos.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Artie Chattis. Please forgive me. I'm an auto mechanic, not a public speaker. I'm 64 years old, 61-year resident of Randolph. I retired from the MBTA as a heavy-duty bus mechanic and union shop steward for Local 264, the Machinists Union. I was in this same room battling Charlie Baker, who wanted to privatize bus repair, and that was a 2-year battle, and we won. Now I'm back here fighting to keep my K car from Japan. I'm an avid motorcyclist, a huge car enthusiast. I'm here today mostly to speak about the mechanical aspects of a K car, hoping somebody else can speak to the legal aspects. I own a 1990 K car that you see in front of you. I also have a 1966 Ford Thunderbird, a 1997 Harley-Davidson motorcycle, a 2013 Honda Goldwing with a sidecar. I can't stand wearing a helmet. When I enter a state with no helmet laws, I pull over at a safe location and stow my helmet and continue on my journey. Apparently, this is safer than being in a K car. In 1967, the federal government implemented that all cars produced need to have a dual-part master cylinder, meaning that I will still have either front or rear brakes if there's a failure in my braking system. My 1966 Ford Thunderbird has a single-part master cylinder, meaning if something fails in my braking system, my pedal will go to the floor and I'm crashing. My K car is equipped with a dual-part master cylinder. My 1966 Thunderbird has a single lap seatbelt. My K car is equipped with a multi-point seatbelt. Let's go back even further. A Ford Model A and a Ford Model T. These cars are over 100 years old. There is no hydraulic braking system. It's a cable to slow down the transmission. There's no seatbelts, headlights that have a grand total of 3 candle power, 1 very dim brake light, no turn signal indicators, no windshield washer systems. The wheels supporting these vehicles are made out of wood. Wooden spoke wheels over 100 years old with tires no wider than a modern-day mountain bicycle.
Mr. Chattis.
Apparently, this is safer than a K car.
Mr. Chattis,
Yep.
please wrap it up.
Well, right now I feel like Jimmy Valvano. I don't have tumors all ridden through my body, but I got a lot to say, and you really think I care about that clock right now? Thank you.
Mr. Chattis, there are other people who are
Yeah, that's
waiting to
great.
speak.
Find my spot.
If you'd like to send me that, I'm happy to give it to the board members.
Why can I purchase a vehicle that is over 25 years old from any other country other than Japan? Who cares about a 17-digit VIN number? All cars before 1981 did not have 17 digits. This law banning K cars was fought and reversed in the state of Texas. It's my understanding that a lobby organization with millions of dollars is behind all of this. It's my understanding that RMV has no idea what a K car actually is. This list of banned vehicles is completely inaccurate. Starting in 1999, all K cars are equipped with airbags. When attending antique car shows, when I bring my 1966
Mr.
Ford
Chattis,
Thunderbird,
you're going to have to wrap
a few car
up. If you don't,
enthusiasts
we're going to have to
will
cut
stop
off
by
your
and check
microphone.
out the cool factors of these cars. When I have my 1990 Sandbar, there's a huge crowd around my car.
Thank you. Next up, Jason Aller.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am a lifelong proud resident of Northampton, Massachusetts. I now reside in Belchertown, Massachusetts. I'm a over 30-year veteran in the automotive industry. I've worked for Honda for 30 years straight in the parts service and auto body fields. So I know a lot about safety factors with vehicles and structural and all that. But besides that, I really wanted to talk today about my business venture that I went to. I've been on a business venture for over 1 year, starting a K-car business, specifically in Granby, Massachusetts. It was over a year of town meetings, board meetings, conservation society, you name it. And in the end, surprisingly, the whole entire town, board, community, everyone was such support of me running this business. Even town officials have been over there to road test my cars and purchase some. This situation puts me in a big bind as I've invested close to $100,000 in lease, stock, parts, everything for this business venture. And right now I have 9 vehicles here. 4 of them are titled, 5 of them are not. I'm at the tailcoat ends of getting my whole business. Figured the parking lot just had an $8,000 redo, thousands in signage and all that, so that I could get the state police to come down and do my final inspection and everything should be good. And I had the full support of many communities. Northampton, actually, I have some people from that town that have asked me to put 4 of those trucks in their annual parade next year, and I assured them I would put more than 4 if they wanted it. And I just think Massachusetts, being the diverse state that it is, taking these cars away from us owners and taking it from the business people trying to start is taking a part of our diversity. These cars are definitely part of our character. A lot of people that own these vehicles are special people, and I just think it'd be hurting a lot of people by taking them. And I just ask that everyone could reconsider, look into it a little more. Maybe we can come up with something that the owners can keep their cars, maybe pay a little bit higher tax because they don't know how to tax them or whatever the situation is. But I don't think safety is the factor. I mean, we see motorcycle accidents every day all across the country, people dying on them. Nobody dying in K-cars, no accidents being reported. I think it's really something that we should reconsider, and that's really all I came to say. So thank you all for having us here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Next, we have William Ellis.
Good afternoon, members of the board. My name is William Ellis. I am the president of the Massachusetts Association of Automobile Clubs here in the Commonwealth. We are a nonprofit organization representing 40,000 owners of vehicles and roughly 100,000 vehicles on the road in the Commonwealth. I'm here to speak not because I've gotten paid or anything else. I showed up, took the tea, as I generally do, and it ran perfectly, I want to point out. But I wanted to say that my phone started ringing about a week ago from many of the people that I know. And part of that was the fact that many of them went to the registry to register a vehicle that was 25 years older. And we're told you can't do it because it's classified as a van, or it's classified as this, or they didn't have the right VIN number because it wasn't 17 digits. I understand the registry's desire to put something in place quickly and to meet a need that they believe exists, but I want to point out a couple of things. As was previously stated, 1981 was the first point of 17 digits. Several other countries did not adopt it until later. So we're going to run into this problem. Also, vehicles sold in the United States by Volkswagen and other foreign companies did not use the 17 digits. Why is this important? Well, as it's been stated, there's revenue at stake. But I also want to point out that recently the Association of Antique Automobile Owners rated the Commonwealth with an F because it is openly hostile to those vehicles that are 25 years or older. It requires all kinds of things that other states don't require. So I would ask, in the interest of time, that you pause this activity, have an open forum, an open discussion, and let us all work together to make the Commonwealth safe versus the 2 accidents that happened this year that involved K cars, neither of which happened inside 495. and neither of which required any ambulance to be driven. So that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. That is the end of our sign-up sheet. Did anyone want to give public comment who did not have an opportunity to sign up? And if you can just give your name before.
My name is Raymond Moy. I'm a lifelong resident of Quincy, Mass. I'm an avid car enthusiast. I'm speaking about the Kei cars, Japanese imports, and whatnot. I personally, myself, I've been interested in classic cars like 65 Mustangs and stuff. I've had all those things. And I recently got into Japanese imports, and it's been kind of crazy because my life kind of devolved around it. And I have 8 vehicles on the way on ships right now, waiting to land at the port of New Jersey and Baltimore for me to go pick them up. And here I am finding out that I can no longer register them because I had tried to register one I currently have that's unregistered, and I was turned away at the RMV for different reasons overall. Only one time I was given a denial notice and why, and it said because it had a short VIN and it was not registered with NHTSA. These are all vehicles that are old enough to be imported in to be legally used on the roads, and all of a sudden, with no warning, nothing, the rug was pulled out from under us. So it puts us in a bind, especially like someone like me where I've invested a whole bunch of money in it. For me, I guess personally, it's not that bad because it doesn't hurt me as bad as someone like Jason over there with his dealership where he's invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into stuff to have his business completely shut down basically effectively by this quiet rule change in the RMV. So for me, maybe I can figure something out. I don't know, but I still have these vehicles. It hurts me a lot too, but I would love to be able to enjoy these vehicles just like everybody else. And I don't see why it's a safety issue considering there are old vehicles like already pointed out, motorcycles, mopeds, everything. They are just vehicles. They can be used on the road. They were meant to be on-road vehicles where they came from, and that's all I can come up with right now. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to give public comment? Okay, thank you. Do we have any voicemails?
We do, Madam Chair. We actually have, we've received 30 voicemails, all about the key car. So if it's all right with you and the board, we'll play the first one, and I assure you that the rest of them are all the same message.
Okay, thank you.
Honorable members of the Massachusetts RMV, I urge you to consider legalizing the import and registration of Kei trucks in the state. These compact and fuel-efficient vehicles that are popular in Japan and other countries across the world offer numerous benefits that align with our state's goals of promoting sustainability and reducing emissions. With their small footprint and maneuverability, Kei trucks are well-suited for urban environments and can alleviate traffic congestion. In addition, their low operating costs and high fuel efficiency make them an attractive option for small businesses and individuals seeking an economical transportation solution. By legalizing and registering Kei trucks, Massachusetts can embrace innovation, support environmental initiatives, and provide residents with a wider range of transportation choices. I respectfully request that you explore this opportunity and take the necessary steps to allow these vehicles on our roads. While the compact size of Kei trucks may raise initial concerns about safety, it's important to note that these vehicles are subject to safety regulations in their countries of origin. Manufacturers must comply with crash test standards and incorporate safety features in their vehicles. Furthermore, the low weight and small dimensions can contribute to improved handling and maneuverability, reducing the risk of accidents in urban environments as compared to large trucks. By establishing appropriate safety guidelines and inspection protocols for Kei trucks, Massachusetts can ensure that any Kei trucks on our road meet safety standards, prioritize the well-being of drivers, passengers, and other road users. With proper oversight and regulation, these vehicles can offer a safe and practical transportation option for Massachusetts residents. My name is Mike Miniman, and I live in the state of Massachusetts.
And Madam Chair, as I mentioned, there are 29 more voicemails, but they are all of the same, on the same topic and saying essentially the same thing.
Okay, and those will all be part of the record?
They will be.
All right, we've also received a number of emails on the same topic. All of them have been made available to the board, will also be part of the public record.